Hey guys, it's Colin with Ghost Train Comics, and we are here today to look at this guy, Red Sun, a collection of the 3-issue series by Mark Millar and by artists mainly Dave Johnson and Kilian Plunkett, but also Andrew Robinson, Walden Want, and then colors by Paul Mount and letters by Ken Lopez. The art is gorgeous. And the broad story outline is intriguing. What if Superman's ship had landed in Soviet Russia? One of the key selling points here is that it suits one of the reasons for the DC Compact line. It's cheap, it's fun, you can quickly get through it. Not quite manga speed, but somewhere close to it. It's a fun fluff piece with some interesting quirks that I'll kind of dig into here in a little bit. Now, I do have some critiques of it throughout, but honestly, I enjoyed it, and I made it through to the end without too much grumbling. It's more afterwards, it's almost like you can enjoy McDonald's or Taco Bell, but you're not, so to speak, savoring the food, you're just borrowing it or renting it. And then you're hungry again a few hours later. It doesn't last, would be my main point on this one. So it is very readable and enjoyable and affordable, especially in the compact form, but it is very surface level, with Millar not really delving into anything beyond. It's a cheap kind of a pick up and take somewhere. You don't have to be precious about it. You don't have to worry about it as much as you would with a book that you want to keep and enjoy and looks good on your shelf. Superman himself is a cipher throughout, with no real allegiance to anything besides mentioning he likes to help people. Their attachment to anyone around him, and no real ambitions that he states. He comes across as an aloof alien by his actions, without much interest in humans, besides the odd nostalgic attachment, such as Lana, who grew up in the same collective as him. But like almost every other idea in this collection, Millar skims over it, and Superman doesn't really have any other interaction with Lana besides feeling sorry for her and some of the other people in line for food, and then promptly doesn't do anything to help them besides take over and make life more miserable for everybody. And the 3-issue story arc is structured well, and the visual changes are smart and do a good job showing the passage of time and the change in state, especially if Superman as his uniform gets bits added to it, so he looks more and more imperious and official as time goes on. Lois and Lex as the other two main characters in it. Lex Luthor as one of the preeminent obnoxious American scientists obsessed with defeating Superman, and Lois as his wife, his dutiful wife for some reason, although he obviously doesn't care about her, doesn't spend much time with her, and likes to play chess even when he's spending time with her with robots and other people via remote Zoom chess or something. Millar doesn't show any other changes except in passing first-person voiceover captions. Batman's story is given a good start and some good follow-up pieces, but then it's like Millar gets bored and walks away before it's delved into any deeper. Luthor is very much the recipient of all Millar's what I would call lazier qualities as a writer. The over-exaggeration, he fixes the economy in a matter of months, he cures cancer, AIDS, gives people a multi-hundred-year lifespan. It's always got to be the top and some ridiculous. This thing came across in the Ultimates as well. Everything just was exaggerated. The petty cruelty and single-minded obsessive hatred of Superman being Luthor's sole reason for existing and motivations really gets stretched a little bit thin. Lois is an odd Cipher-like presence as well, with no real personality of her own besides a loyalty to a husband, like I mentioned, who doesn't care, and a lifelong devotion to Superman, who she met once, and some kind of almost chintzy kind of reference to, oh, they could have been at another time if everything was right. And it kind of, I know this review seems very negative, but it's not a bad read if you want some fun, escapist fluff. It reminds me of the last Star Wars movie, which I went to see in the theater, and honestly I was actively forgetting the beginning of the movie before we even got to the end. It was enjoyable, like a Taco Bell burrito is, but you don't remember for the rest of your life, and you're hungry again an hour later. Plus, you really don't want to stop and think about whether or not the plot makes sense, because it doesn't. But having said that, I mean, if this is one of your favorite books, great. The fact that you're getting some enjoyment out of it is all that's needed. It's its own reward. But this is Superman Red Sun, beautiful for the art, a fun little romp. But I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on it and how you felt about it, and the other Compact comics, and for that matter, any of Mark Millar's other comics. See how you feel about them. But guys, it's been fun, and thank you for sitting through this with me, and I hope that you guys stay safe and have a good time, and come back and see us again sometime. Thanks. Bye bye.